was time to make another video on the tools I'm slowly accumulating. Now the last one that I did, if you remember, it was all basically on DIY type tools where you're building things and whatever. These are all on gardening tools, gardening power, battery power tools. Now, if you remember back to one of our earliest videos that we did, that was on the battery mower, which I still reckon is probably the best mower I have used since mowing. And that takes these one of these big mothers over here. It's a 36 volt high output batteries, and there's other 36 volt batteries that aren't necessarily high output, but they work on a 36 volt range. But most of the stuff that I have is the 18 volt stuff, which is these ones and their chargers. Now they come in different amp hours, obviously, different size batteries. I can't get over how good and reliable and powerful these things are. Like for example, these shears. So if you're out in the garden and you don't own one of these things, you got rocks in your head.
Roughly how much?
Sorry?
Roughly how much?
Roughly how much? Well, we're talking Australian dollars, about 200 bucks, right? Yeah. Basically, if this doesn't cut off what you need to cut off in a pruning sort of situation, from this you go onto the mini baby electric chainsaw, okay? But this is just so brilliant and comes with a safety feature, so if little ones come around and they want to play with daddy's tools, they can't end up lopping off a digit. So it's got that safety feature where you have to press the trigger in and hold it in there for about 15 seconds before it actually activates, and then it's ready to go. If you put it down and you let it sit idle for about 30 seconds, it'll stop and the kids won't be able to come and pull the trigger and take a finger off. Incredibly powerful. So that's that. Then of course there's the baby chainsaw, which again just works off the 18 volt battery, and it's quiet. It's quiet. It's so quiet that it's not even working. What's going on?
Is there a safety?
Oh. I should have realised that.
Was that the safety?
Yes, that's what it is. Thank you, dear.
It's safe even from you.
It is. It is. But look, they are. That's the amount of noise you're going to get out of it. Unlike, I mean, I've got a petrol chainsaw out there, which is great if you're out cutting firewood and stuff. But for pruning around, you know, pruning your fruit trees or just cutting off limbs that otherwise, you know.
Where's my latest tool?
Which one's that?
The one we just bought.
The latest tool which you just bought?
For the hedges and the little...
Good point. I forgot to bring that one out.
I'll put that down and go and get my tool.
I will. Don't you try and stop me.
I won't. That's a Ryobi, isn't it?
Yes, certainly is.
He'll be back. Oh, you didn't bring the other attachment? Or is that...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the lady of the house was feeling neglected. So she wanted a couple of power tools for herself. So for all those delicate jobs, for hedging around, doing all that type of stuff. And again, they all work off the same platform, the same battery, they all take the same stuff. And it's just amazingly good. And you just attach that, take that one off, just clip it back on there, and it's
a mini.
A mini-me, that's it. I can't say enough good things about these things. They're not sponsoring me.
There's one behind you and there's one here. What's the difference?
Well, this thing here is an edger. Remember we had that edger.
Can't see it because it's right next to the lawnmower. Can you move it away from the lawnmower? It just blends in with the lawnmower.
Does it?
Yes.
This is what we're talking about. So you run it along the edge of the lawn and it just trims it all back. No problems at all. I was a little bit hesitant at first because I thought this isn't going to be powerful enough for the 18 volt batteries. I thought maybe I should really get the 36 volt one. I thought no, I'll see how it goes. And it's more than adequate. And the other thing is you don't use it that often. Really, you don't need to use it that often. Unless you neglect your lawn, you don't use it, don't trim it back for 12 months or something, and then you're going to have to give it a go. But otherwise, you just use your whippersnipper or your brush cutter. I don't know what you guys call them in America. What are these things? The line trimmer. And the beauty of this one is, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to put the line back into the heads of these things. It just goes all over the place. Well, this thing, you just feed it in one end, put it through the other, and wind it on. Job's done. It's perfect. It tells you which way it goes, which way is in, which way is out. Now this one, I did get the 36 volt one, because this one gets used a lot. Around edges, garden edges, all that type of stuff. And it's just brilliant. This gets used all the time. 36 volt, you never run out of power. The speed on the line on this thing is so fast. No wonder it cuts through everything as quickly as it does. It's just crazy. It's brilliant. I can't say enough good things about these things. I'm slowly building up my inventory of tools from Ryobi, and I've got to tell you, unless something drastic happens and something new and amazing comes out, I think I'll be sticking with this lot from now on. They are brilliant. And it's all on the one platform. I mean, I chose to go with two, as in 18 volt and 36 volt. But it's unnecessary. And of course it's the same, you know, with all of these things. You tap it and it releases more line. So it's, yeah, I can't praise it enough. I think it's brilliant. They should sponsor me. Yeah, maybe one day. I like them, and I'll be using more of them because I can't recommend them highly enough. That's my spiel on there. But if you haven't seen it, go back to one of our early videos where we did the mower, and you'll see that's where we're doing a comparison between petrol and battery mowers. This was it. It was only like very new at the time, and I wasn't really sure how it was going to go. But since then, I've sold the petrol mower. Thank God for that. And I'm using that, and it's so good. I'll keep on using it and recommending it. It's amazing. I love it. If you guys got any questions, feel free, give us a comment and a like and a subscribe. We'll always answer you back, let you know what we think. Thanks guys. See ya.
I can cut through a 28mm stem in a second. Talk about a wrist saver. Just got to stop myself from getting carried away. If I don't use them for 30 seconds, They turn off automatically to prevent any accidents. Or I can just hold them in the closed position. That works too. This LED lets me know if I've tried to cut a piece that's a bit too thick or if the tool's in sleep mode. And when I'm trimming underneath branches, this LED light is so handy. And did I mention